Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is RYK, the unparalleled voice in wrestling promo competition, welcoming you to another episode of Foundation's Blueprint. We are just 1 week removed from the latest of our series of super shows, Foundation Destiny, where we got to witness the first of its kind, the Destiny Briefcase Ladder Match. I've been told in the aftermath of that event that some of my more targeted commentaries were received rather passionately backstage. I want to take this opportunity to address you all and let everyone out there know that I do have utmost respect for the promo performers and artists that you see on screen each and every week. There happens to be a long-standing chain of provocation that may have influenced my attitude towards a particular individual. And for my presumed schadenfreude, I do apologize to the fans.
RYK, I think I know what it is. I think I know exactly why you don't like me. The reason you have such an envy, the reason you have such a hatred is because you envy me. You want to be me. You want to do what I do, but you can't. You said it yourself. You can't do the promo stuff. And I know you can't. Or else you'd be on screen here. You'd be here competing. You'd be going against the DB greatnesses. You'd be going against the saviors. You'd be going against the army of ones. You would be going against the best, but you're not. You're sitting in a booth doing a job any person could do. Hell, you're doing a job I could do 10 times better than you. And I've proved it before, and I would be happy to do it again. Because we all know Dak Snow is the best at every single thing he does, and everything he touches turns to gold.
All right, Dak, if you subscribe to the belief that you are 10 times better than I am at my job, by all means. I have been looking for a week off for a good while now that management has been unable to accommodate. But if there's an opportunity for you to sit in this chair and do the business, and I can go off and enjoy a weekend with my family, I'm all for it. Furthermore, I've followed your career, and I can tell you that your claim of being the best at anything you choose to do is factually inaccurate, because you cannot sing better than anybody.
You know what? I'll show up next week. I will take over the commentary booth on one condition, RYK. At Soulmate, it's gonna be you against me. And it's not a promo match, so don't worry. I'm not gonna make you go out there and talk shit about me. I'm not gonna make you go out there and explain in detail exactly why it is that you hate me, because that'd be too easy. That'd be giving you what you want. I'm not gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you need. And that is a slice of the humble pie. That is to be brought back down to reality. That is to see things from the point of view you are meant to see from. At Soulmate, it will be Dak Snow versus RYK in a match that will embarrass RYK to the point of no return. A parody Oki match. And the rules are simple. You come on screen, you remix one of your favorite songs and have the words match your promo. Whoever the judges think did better wins. And you may ask yourself, well, Dak, isn't that gonna embarrass you too? Aren't you afraid of how this makes you look? Aren't you gonna mock everything you've done? Foundation RYK, I have nothing to lose. I am at the bottom of the bottom right now. 6 losses in a row. 6 losses in a row. I don't think it gets much worse than that. So Soulmate, it all goes up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege right now of letting you know, officially signed for Soulmate, it is going to be the first ever karaoke match where the prodigy Dak Snow squares off against the unparalleled voice in wrestling promo competition, RYK. And as we move along in today's show, we're going to get to our first action-packed matchup with a man who almost left Destiny as the Foundation World Champion, ELWAPPO, takes on Elevated's The Alpha. Let's get to our matchup.
You know, Wappo, I just gotta talk to you for a second. I'm gonna come to you man to man. What happened to you? I asked, what happened to you, man? When I first got here, you were the best. I looked up to you. I looked towards you. But you see now that I've elevated past you, right? I've become better than you. And I want to know, I need you to come to me and tell me to my face what happened. You were great. A legend in the making, and now, you're just like the ground out here, a barren wasteland. You know, I'm next to this tree for reasons, because I'm waiting on you to pick the switch that I'm gonna beat you with. and WAPPO, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get why everybody, including yourself, keeps talking about how I'm not good. I'm a jobber, loss after loss after loss. But guess what? Bud? Losses make you better. And the great ones don't remember losses. You think Kobe remembers getting beat in the finals? No. You think LeBron remembers getting beat and having to leave Cleveland to go to LA? No. You think Jordan remembers the times that he didn't make it to the playoffs and the finals? No. Why? Because they're great. Their losses don't define them. They are lessons towards the future. And you don't learn lessons. The lesson you need to learn is that you went and made a faction that's a cheap knockoff of Elevated. Pedigree is nothing compared to Elevated. We raise the bar. We raise profits. We raise views. And then also, we raise the money. So, WAPPO, I need to ask you a couple questions. Think of this as an investigation, if you will. And you're my prime suspect. What happened with you and DB? Man hasn't been here the length of a period. And you've lost to him. In dramatic fashion, might I add. And it was the funniest thing ever. I thought you were something, and you failed me. They tell you don't ever meet your heroes. Well, WAPPO, I don't want to meet you. You make me feel as if I've modeled my career after a known loser. And that's not how the cookie's gonna crumble. So listen. I'm taking all this time to talk to you and point out your failures, might I add, to let you know this. You've made my list. And I'm checking it twice. And WAPPO, you, sir, have not been nice. So, Alpha Claus is coming to town. And you're going to get a lump of coal in your stocking, baby boy. Let the elevation begin.
another stellar blueprint. It's ELWAPPO, and today I'm here to face Alpha of the Elevated. You call yourself an Alpha, but yet you're the third best in your faction. The only thing that Mr. Wallace got right is calling you and Spade a bunch of dogs. Because that's what you are. You're a bunch of rabid, wild dogs that are just looking for meat on the bone because you can't fend for yourselves. You're the ones that wait for the kill. And after the kill's done, then you go and leap and attack and get whatever's left. So you can't do that because you won't ever survive the wild called Foundation. You'll never survive with such heavy hitters as myself. When you go against Pedigree, when you go against ELWAPPO, you're going against one of the best here. When you kind of say that you are an alpha male, I don't see that because you are more like a bitch. That's why you're his dogs. You're his lap dogs. Whenever he needs comfort, whenever he needs a slipper brought to him, whenever he needs you to bring back some scrap, that's where you come in. Because you see, Alpha, he may not have taught you how to sit, but I'm going to teach you how to lay down. Because that's what you're going to be doing tonight. You're going to lay down and roll over. Because you know who your master is. You know who's your papi. You know who's your daddy. And that's me. I will always be your daddy. I will always be the man. But see, while he owns you, I'm feeding you. I'm feeding you star power. I'm feeding you a chance to get to be a superstar. But see, you don't got it in you. So what you need to do is I hope you learn how to beg. Beg for mercy, beg for forgiveness. Because by the time I'm done with you, we're going to go ahead and destroy Elevate. Because we're starting with you. You need to understand, Alpha, when it comes to me and you, even if you put us in the animal kingdom, I will always be the lion versus your hyena. You will always bow down to me. You will always wait till I'm finished with what I want, and I'm finished with what I'm eating, and then you should come and grab the rest. Because this is my table. You're just a guest. And the faster you learn that, the faster we can go on, beg for a piece of that pie, because you will not get it unless I give you a piece. So go ahead and sit there and stare at me. Stare at me like the puppy you are, with your tongue out, with that little bark that you have. You're nothing but somebody who needs help. Somebody who can't do it on his own. And guess what? I'm going to expose you tonight, because tonight I will take you out. And tonight I will take that chain and choke you. And choke you till you do what you're supposed to do. You will obey. You will sit. You will lay. You will do everything that you possibly can do to be a good little bitch. So let me tell you something. You caught me in a very bad mood, Alpha. So you better bring it. If not, I'm going to eat you alive each and every time we get on the screen, because you're nothing. You're nothing but meat. And I'm hungry. And especially after last week, I'm starving.
Your winner, ELWAPPO! A very hard-fought matchup amid growing tensions between these two factions, and I've got a feeling it's going to come to a head sooner than later. Ladies and gentlemen, last week on Destiny, we saw TK3 of WGP Cup. Folks, I'm being told at this time, yes, per Commissioner Drew Coleman, it has been officially announced that coming up at Soulmates, it will be a 3-on-3 tag team matchup where Elevated takes on the Pedigree. More breaking news happening as we speak here on Foundation's Blueprint. As I was saying before the late breaking interruption, TK3 came into the Foundation and won the Trilogy Championship. We take you now to some comments from the new champion.
The Redeemer lives!
Hello there, Revolution. 'Tis I, your reigning Trilogy champion. And of course, the Redeemer, Trenton Kensington III, TK3. Now I bet you're wondering, what in the world is TK3 up to? Where is the Trilogy champion here tonight? He's taking the night off. I only work for big paydays, and right now, nobody on that roster deserves a shot at this title. Although from what I've been told, this championship is only defended in triple threat circumstances. Good luck trying to find two people good enough to stand up to me. Okay? In my second ever match, my pay-per-view debut for this company, I secured a prize that only most men get to dream of. And now that I am your Trilogy champion, I must ask you a question. Is this really who you thought you'd see after all this time? Never in a million years. And now, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice. Looking down on all of you. So have a good night. Enjoy a show completely devoid of my excellency. I'll see you all later.
Ladies and gentlemen, undeniably, this young man grabbing the world and leading it by the nose. Last week at Destiny, the young buck was successful. He looks to continue his trend this week on Blueprint as he takes on the King of Dad Style, Mary's Lab. Let's get to the action.
So here we are again. Young fucking buck. But this time, I will change the story. The amount of times that I have faced you and come up short is starting to get a little bit pathetic. Because I know I'm better than you, young buck. I know I'm better than you. I proved it in Last Man Standing when I beat you. I prove it every day when I wake up and look at my life and I compare it to yours. See, I don't need to step into a boxing ring and pretend to fight bigger men. You, like Jake Paul and Logan Paul, you pay to win your fights. In reality, you would be on your back, just like your mum spent her life on her back. I am fed up of being second best to you. I am first. I prove it every time I step into the promo-verse. But against you, I hold back. No longer. I will not hold back. I will not lose to you again, Tyler. So let's take a little trip down memory lane. Let's deep dive into the Tyler Woodward saga. He comes on. He shouts about how good he is. He shouts about how many times he's won. In reality, it's not that many. You're bragging about beating a dead fish, really. You have nothing to brag about. Your life is pathetic. Your promos are subpar. The way you lead yourself is idiotic. You are a single man when you should be swimming in Punani. Why is that, Tyler? Why don't people trust you? I can tell you right now why they don't trust you. Because they know, like I do, you are second best. They know they can find better. I know I can do better. I know I am better than you. So this time, I'm not going to say if I win. I'm not going to put out any sort of afterthoughts about what you'll do. I'm just going to tell you. Tyler Woodward, young buck, You're a fucking loser. You're a reject. You are the stuff that I'll wipe off my baby's arse every single night. And just like my baby's pull-ups, I will throw you away. Everyone will see the true Tyler Woodward for what he really is. Plain, pathetic, and boring. Good luck, Tyler. You're gonna fucking need it. I am done playing second fiddle.
Welcome to the end. Welcome to the end of the Young Buck.
Fuck off, King of Dad Style. Is this gonna be your entire career? Hiding behind a mask, hiding behind your own failures as a promo artist by putting on a mask. Hell, I could put on a
Mask and go, I should be Blueprint champion. I should have won that on my first night.
You know what? I don't hide behind an excuse. I come out here and be a promo artist. I come out here and I put verbal beatdowns on Alpha. I come out here and I put verbal beatdowns on the Psycho King Fernandez. Well, you should have beaten the Psycho King Fernandez, King of Dad Style. You failed. I gave you the tools to beat Psycho King and you failed. Because you stick to the same thing over and over again. It's getting fucking boring. I want you to be a killer promo artist. I want you to actually come out here and cement yourself as a promo artist. But you're going to choke at the first hurdle. You're going to come out here and put the mask on and go with the same boring shit. Bend the knee, bend this. After this, I'm going to end your fucking career. I'm going to make sure you follow me around. But you stick to that and it fails. You stick to the same thing over and over again. It's getting repetitive. It's getting the same. You can pick out every single word that you say in a promo and put it anywhere else in a promo. Put it anywhere else in a different promo and you think you're watching the same thing. But when you watch me, everything's different. The aggression's the same. The passion is the same. But I actually come out here and I change my words. I change the same shit over and over again. What do you do, King of Dad Style? You stick to one thing. You stick to the thing that's brought you to the dance. And it fails. Psycho King Fernandez, you failed. Gene Emberson, you failed. Mary Sue, you failed. Sir Captain, you failed. Because you stuck to the same shit. When are you going to start listening to me? When are you going to start coming out and actually taking my advice? When are you going to come out here and be the killer promo artist that everyone else in the back knows you can be? Hell, TK3 knows who the fuck you are. We all know who you are in real life, King of Dad Style. The jokester. The guy that can go, nah, fuck that shit. But you don't do that here. You don't do what we think you can do. You ruin our expectations because the reality is you're not a promo artist. You're a promo jobber. You're the guy that everyone puts in front of when they need a boost in the ratings, when they need a win. Hell, I guess after this, after I beat you, King of Dad Style, I'm going to go off and do bigger and better things. And you're going to continue this losing streak until you start thinking enough's enough. And personally, I already know that enough's enough for me, King of Dad Style, because I know what you can do. Start acting like it. Start knowing what you can do. Start knowing that this bullshit that you keep going through is not going to work. So King of Dad Style, I'm going to leave you with this. change everything about yourself and put it into a promo. Change everything that you think has brought you to the dance and throw it in the trash and change it all. Because I'm sick of seeing you fail. Don't let me down.
Your winner, the Young Buck! The Young Buck continuing his winning ways here this week. And as we move along in today's show, we pit two formative newcomers to the Foundation off against one another. Of course, the pacemaker, Tim Lee, on a wonderful roll of victories, and BOJACK GRIZZ successfully returning last week with a victory over the Purge. Let's get to this matchup.
Can I get started for you today?
Yeah, I need to get a Tim Lee.
A what?
I'm sorry, that's the original chicken sandwich. Alright, Tim, Mr. Pacemaker. That was cute. I expected you to try to use some tactics. I expected you to try to get in my head. But the stuff that you tried to pull, man, you're sitting there treating me like I'm some rookie. And you know, man, I think that's funny. I think it's hilarious that you want to sit there and you want to underestimate me. And you want to talk about me underestimating you. Brother, you forget that I know your past. I know your reputation. I hear the whisperings everywhere you go that you don't hear. And you want to sit there and try to act like I want to be you? Brother, I don't want to have the hazards that you have to deal with on a daily basis just because of the crew that you used to run with and the man whose ass your head was so far shoved up for so long. We all know who we're talking about. There's no need to name names. There's no need to stoop as low as some people stoop. I'm better than that. Better than that. So let's just get one thing straight. I would never want to be you because my life as a standard, BOJACK GRIZZ, is pretty damn good in and of itself. I'm pretty damn well respected in my own right, in case you didn't realize, in case you didn't do your homework, in case you didn't do your due diligence against your opponent. I'm pretty formidable myself. And I think you're the one that's biting off just a little bit more than you can chew in this altercation with me, Tim. And I think it's funny. You want to sit there and you're going to say that if you don't get what you're looking for, you're going to spit it right back in my face. Well, chew it up and spit it out, drama llama, because I am here to give you exactly what you're looking for, and that's somebody to get in your goat. That's somebody to make you think. That's somebody to actually make you feel in you, because there's millions and millions of people that address you and people that are looking for fights against you. I'm sure you've heard it all. I'm sure you've heard the same old, time in and time out, and to come with something different, to come with a different tactic that nobody else chooses to take against you would make you raise your eyebrows. Now, I'm an underdog in this match. I don't care who agrees with it or who disagrees with it. I'm not expecting to win. But boy, could you imagine what's going to happen if BOJACK GRIZZ pulls out a win on the almighty Tim Lee. Everything you say, all the stuff that you claim to stand for, crumbles and falls at the snap of a finger. My fingers, to be exact. And I think that feels pretty good. I like the sound of that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down there, I'm going to pick your little skinny livered ass up, and I'm going to fold you like a lawn chair with a BOJACK bomb and listen to the air run out. But I'm not going to stop there. A BOJACK bomb is enough to end it for any man. But that's not good enough for the likes of Tim Lee. That's not good enough to put down the pacemaker. What I need to do is follow through on that BOJACK bomb and grab the north-south mount on your skinny little carcass and cinch your pencil neck up for a hibernation choke and choke you until you turn purple. That sounds a little bit more fitting. That sounds like a serendipitous ending to me, and that sounds like BOJACK GRIZZ. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you don't like the sound of that, Tim, I suggest that you look inside of you and you do some soul searching and you try to figure out damn quick what you're going to do. Because what you came with, even I didn't expect that. Even I expected more. You need to do better. Starting to fall apart, homie.
Now, BOJACK, you're a very good friend of mine. I'll be the first one to admit it. But those places that you dabble in, they're not the foundation. They're not the pinnacle of success in this industry. And now you found yourself cast into the lion's den, looking dead in the eye of one of the greatest to ever do this. I want you to do me a favor. Get rid of all the stupid cliches. No, hey ladies and gentlemen, how is everybody doing? My name's BOJACK GRIZZ. We've heard it 1,000 times. But when you go against somebody like the pacemaker, you better make sure that that gas tank is full and that you've revved all those cylinders up as far as you can go. Redline them out. Because once I stand upon this camera and show my verbal prowess, there's not a lot of people who aren't in big ass trouble. Now, you've seen my credentials, you know all about me, you know what I'm capable of when I'm backed into a corner. And if you think this is going to be a friendly fight, it is not going to be, because you are questioning my dominance in this industry. You're questioning everything about the 6 years that I've spent in this thing to make it what it is today. And that not only pisses me off, that makes me want blood. So are we going to play for blood, BOJACK? Say when. Everybody wants to talk about how they're the most badass of the most badass and all this bullshit. But at the end of the day, the ones who get it done are the ones just like this man standing in front of you today. There's a reason why I'm in the foundation. I paved the stones to the walkway of the foundation. And no amount of retort that you are going to say will ever change that fact. You know it, and I know it. So this time around, I'm not going to come out here and tell some pithy story, some stupid limerick, some cliche statement that you like to use so many times. I'm just going to hit you right in the mouth with my verbal veracity. I'm going to make you feel like you kissed an Amtrak, BOJACKs. And that's just the way it's got to be. Because my name is Tim Lee. And I am the pacemaker of the industry. And I dare anybody to come into this grill and challenge that statement. Are you going to get it done? No. Because you haven't got the gas to be able to blow my doors off. There's hardly anybody in the world that does. 99.9% of people fail when they face me. And that's just because of natural selection. Pure talent, pure horsepower, pure nitrous going right through my engine, ready to take you and make you humble. So how does it feel, Jack? How does it feel to be smoked? For once in your life, how does it feel to have the truth told to you? Because if you try to match my gas, you're gonna find yourself running on empty real fucking quick. And you're gonna find yourself on the side of the moon. Period.
Your winner, the Pacemaker, Tim Lee with a victory in a very competitive matchup. These two notably have a lot of history that we don't know about.
What's going on, Foundation Landfill, here in all of my glory. Now, I turned on the old phone here and turned the screens on to the best of what the Foundation has to offer. So I expected. But what I come to find is two soaking wet weasel-ass bastards that come crawling in through the back door somehow. Management, y'all need to up the security around here, because why in the ever-loving clock am I having to be in the ranks with these scumbags? Yes, I am talking about the pair of you here. BOJACK, GRIZZ, and the Pacemaker. Boy, I loathe seeing y'all on the screens today. It disgusted me. It made me ache down in my gut. But what can I do about it then? I guess I need to do something about it if nobody else will. It's time to old Landfill here take out the trash. So, I'll start with the winner of this match. Pacemaker. Count your days. Because it's time to find out who's hungry.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Landfill coming in and taking exception to the winning streak of the Pacemaker. Certainly, this is going to go in a... Yes, it's going to go in a direction. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being told, per the general manager, Drew Coleman, has made it official for Soulmates. We will have the Pacemaker, Tim Lee, taking on the former Foundation World Champion, Landfill. So much late-breaking news happening as we speak here on today's show. Let's take a look now on what we can expect on next week's Blueprint. Lots of action set to come your way next week, but before we get there, we need to get through our main event featured attraction of the week. It's the Trilogy Qualifier matchup as the Master of Illusion takes on Deviant, takes on the Purge here on Foundation's Blueprint.
Illusions are just fairy tales and afterthoughts. And Master of Illusions, you are going to find that out. So why do you call yourself the Master of Make-Believe? Because that's exactly what everything you do is. All make-believe. You live in a fantasy world, and you hide behind something that is not really there. I, on the other hand, do not hide. I stand here, and I put myself forward. Nothing in between us. I stand here today to go to war against two men. You and that German bastard, Purge. Oh, Purge. You can go ahead and cry about management mistreating you, locking you in the bathrooms. But, buddy, you deserve that crap. Because let's face it, you're absolutely terrible. Your shit is worse than the goddamn one I just took. And let's face it, you'll never be as good as me. I laugh because the both of you fail to realize the upper echelon in this matchup is the one you're staring at right now. And you're obviously going to put that in the back of your minds and be ignorant little children. Yapping out the mouth, never knowing when to shut the hell up. Master of Illusions, I'm not scared of your fake morale. I'm not scared of the world that you live in. Hell, I live in a deeper, darker place. So what makes you think that I will fall to my knees at your wrath? What makes you think I'm scared of the so-called man who calls himself the boogeyman? Yeah, I understand that you're big, you're bad, but you ain't scary. You might be big, you might be bad, but you're not the wolf in this situation, buddy. And I'm coming full-fronted, better than ever. And that Trilogy Championship spot will be mine. And as for you, little German bastard, I feel bad for you. 'Cause you tried and you failed. You will always fail. You will always come up short. You may be one lucky bastard to be living in such a nice country. Oh my God, all that German food, I could just eat it up, gobble it up, do whatever over in Germany. But you know what? I'm gonna do a lot worse to you here in the Foundation. And Purge, Mr. of Illusions, look what I did to Emerson. I could do a lot worse to you too in this triple threat. Because remember, in a triple threat, anything goes. So I suggest you two sit back and relax, because this is going to be one of the most bumpiest rides you've been on. Toodaloo, cupcakes. This imagination that you live in is now my nightmare. I'm Deviant, and you're playing my game. Welcome to my funhouse now.
Pissheads and assholes of Foundation. It's me, it's the two-time Empire Champion, the one, the only, the Purge. And tonight, I found myself into a triple threat match for a chance to head off to Soulmate and face the Trilogy Champion, TK. But tonight's opponents, they are pretty little special in their roles. The one who thinks you could be an illusion for each and every single body, and the other who can think they can switch up the gimmicks to be relevant again. Yeah, I'm talking about Master of Illusions and Deviant. So who do we need to start first? I got one. Deviant. So, I got a few questions for you. What the hell are you doing here? Do you still work here? Do you even still put an effort here? No. Pretty damn simple. No. I never knew in the first place you're gonna still work here. And I thought, like, Austin, why does the bitch who's supposed to be in the first place? But no, you replace him as the bitch of Foundation here. That's the typical standard here for Foundation. I already knew that in the first place because I had a bitch coming back at Destiny to face me and I lost by 1 fucking point there. But next up is the former Trilogy champion, Master of Illusions. Do you feel butthurt? Do you still feeling butthurt from Destiny, huh? Are you still mad about that? You lost to somebody from WGP who didn't belong here in the first place? You couldn't really get the job done either. In your first defense, you lost that Trilogy championship and you still want to reclaim your spot, what's not rightfully yours in the first place? Huh? Do you want to still claim that? Well, guess what? Back in the line, little bitch boy, because nobody wants to see you ever again in the Trilogy Championship qualifying. Because you disappointed Foundation. You disappointed your heart and soul in your heart. You disappointed. But what do I expect from an illusion in a promo world? Yeah, you're gonna be known as just an illusion in the promo world. But gentlemen, or should I say, crybaby bitches, you're gonna hear, and your winner, the Purge, and soon to be Trilogy champion. But in the end, count down with me, gentlemen. Embrace the vision. Show me what you got. Show me what you got, bitch boys!
Something. You see, fate is the evidence of things not seen, while faith is hoping that you come out the match as the winner. And at Destiny, I lost. I lost the Trilogy Championship, not because of anything else except for fate. Fate chose TK3 to beat me and the Bronx Bomber. TK3, me and you, we have unfinished business. But like fate, you see, High Demand has preached since the very beginning, fate has a way of doing things. It's not about wins, it's not about losses, it's about what you do when you're handed either result. And guess what? The Master of Illusion is here tonight at Blueprint with another opportunity to be in the Trilogy Championship at Soulmates, but he has to go through Deviant and the Purge. And I bet you're wondering right now, why is the Master of Illusion dressed up in lumberjack? Where is his normal attire? Shouldn't you know by now to not expect the expected with me? Because I know what both of you are thinking. You're thinking that I'm going to come out here and do the same thing with the same outfit. You saw at Destiny I changed things up. And tonight I do the same thing again, because the reason I'm wearing this outfit is because I want to tell you a story. The Lumberjacks represent somebody who is a workhorse. Somebody who knows exactly what they're doing. And even though that they fail sometimes, fate always delivers another opportunity. So lo and behold, here I am in the field of promo artists. And what two stumps do I have to go after to beat in order to get my rightful shot at soulmates to a TK3 in that Trilogy Championship match? It is the Purge and Deviant. Two people that have tried to be the best in this game, but they have always failed. They have always stepped lower and lower, and lo and behold, Deviant, you squeezed out a win against Emerson, but like High Demand has always done, we've always beaten the members of the Badass Club very badly. And then you have the Purge getting better and better, but lo and behold, he didn't win at Destiny. And he knew his opponent, even though he is a mystery. But guess what? You two are going to fall down like the stumps you are that are just eroding in the earth, while I transcend both of you. I'm the master of illusion. Why? Because I can do things better than you can. I deserve to be in the championship, and you two deserve to always be middle class, if not lower. Because all your words are is empty to me. So tonight, I take my axe of words, chop you both down, and go on to claim my victory and my spot at Soulmates.
Your winner, the Master of Illusion! Master of Illusion, successful in taking the first step to regaining his recently lost Trilogy Championship, qualifying in today's main event. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being told we've got commotion in catering. Let's get a camera crew now, please.
Next time you put out snacks in this catering area, you better make sure to label them gluten-free or not. All right? In fact, you know what? Don't serve anything that doesn't have gluten. Gluten is delicious. Screw what the glutenists say. The next time you serve me gluten-free mac and cheese, so help me. Oh, no. All right. Get away from me, you psychopath. Don't you... No. Stay away. I don't want nothing to do with you. Oh.
See, Trent, you need to understand something. Tonight is just the beginning. That Soulmates is gonna hurt a lot worse.